Hello, folks, and welcome back to Dishonored 2. Yeah, I can't really tell you when the recording stopped last time. I have a, good idea, but I can't actually check the video too well. Unlike with a normal video where when you go in, you can scroll around from start to end, with this, I can only skip forward 30 seconds, and I typically end up just going right past and have to start the video again. So I haven't really bothered to really pay too much, actually fully check. I'm actually thinking I may end up having to re-record that part. I'm not sure how well YouTube will take to a video that doesn't think it has an ending. It seems to think it's still in the process of being recorded. But anyway, my drivers died. I'll click in so we have some little bit of background music. My drivers died for some reason, right as I was putting the guy down in the safe room. I don't know why. I think I've updated them, but we'll have to wait and see. We won't hit continue, we'll hit load. Piss off. You. So, yeah, basically, I'm having some issues with it. I did update my stuff, I think. It's not really the most clear, it's not the clearest of systems, but I do believe I have got it sorted. If I haven't, then I can go fiddle with it again, but hopefully I won't have to deal with that. Just gonna strangle this guy, and... Okay, you can't just go pick him up. You gotta loot him. Which we can skip. Which we can't.
This won't leave my hand again.
Good for you. Wait, did that have the symbol from the first game? Like, the... Like, D symbol? It's like the symbol of the game, the logo. I think so. So why did this door get broken off the hinges?
Anton Sokolov made this lock.
Also, you gotta give it to her. She's apparently quite strong to just be carrying this random guy around on just on one shoulder. And strong indeed. Now let's see if this does our game in my recording in again. No. Let's try again. No. Well, have fun. This is kind of taking the wind out of me because I don't know when things are going to shit themselves again. Emily, I didn't want to wake you this morning, but you'll forgive me since we must have said said goodbye 100 times yesterday night, and the only chance I get to see you with your hair all and the only chance I get to see you with your hair all whichever way is while you're asleep. As soon as sun rises, you put on your empress face. Makes me happy to know, and it makes me happy that I know your real face. Luna laughs at her silly rhymes. I don't want to go back to Morley, but I'm needed there. It will be 4 months before we see each other again. I'll miss you, and yes, I'll bring you some white leaf tobacco for your hookah. Lord Corvo, if you're reading this letter as per your royal protector functions, know that I'm joking and I'm perfectly aware that white leaf tobacco is forbidden in Bristol. Take care of my darling Emily. Don't go falling from a rooftop. I love you, Whiteman. That's cute. And she still has some of the paintings. It's just smaller versions of them now. Archer 4. Here is Dunwall Tower, and we should be able to actually see. I think I did see the hounds, the old hound pits before from when I was looking upstairs. I just didn't think it was them, you know. Then again, maybe I was looking the wrong direction. Maybe it's on the wrong side. Samuel Beechworth carving.
Old Samuel made this. I'm glad he didn't live to see me driven out of Dunwall Tower.
Oh, Sam's dead. Aw. His parents were older at the time. Were older at the time of his birth, and his father died in a lumber accident outside the city when Corvo was still young. Around that time, his only sibling, a firstborn sister, moved away to Morley, and the family subsequently lost all contact with her. Only 16, Corvo dazzled the people of Karnaca when he entered and won the annual Blade Verbena. The spectators from all over Serkonos were thrilled to see someone so young and striking, from a working class family, advance through duel after duel, eventually taking the prize. This unexpected outcome secured Corvo a junior officer ranking in the Grand Serkonan Guard. As a soldier who was involved in numerous conflicts against organized criminal groups, rogue city-states within Serkonos, and pirate bands along the chain of islands radiating east from Serkonos. Sent from his homeland at the age of 18 by the Duke of Serkonos, then Theodanis Abel, father of Luca Abel, Corvo was assigned to serve the Emperor in Dunwall as a diplomatic gift. His Serkonan heritage made him a bit of an outsider in Dunwall, but the capital city must have seemed exotic and full of old-world mystery. A few months after he moved to Dunwall, it is recorded that Corvo received word that his mother had passed away several weeks after his departure from Karnaca. Oh, that sucks. And here's this. So, Dunwall is here, and here's Serkonos, and there's Karnaca. There's Tivia and Morley. So yeah. In an act of rebellion, young Jessamine Caldwin chose Corvo as royal protector when Corvo was 19 and she was 12. He served her loyally as a bodyguard, courier, and some say spy, before and after she was crowned empress. Though it is a scandalous gossip at the time, but it is said they began a love affair around 1823 when Jessamine was 18 and Corvo 25. The next chapter of Atano's life is something out of a legend. During the time of the rat plague, when the Empress fell, Corvo was accused of regicide and sentenced for execution. He was thrown into Coleridge prison and publicly reviled. He escaped, and as part of a small conspiracy dedicated to overthrowing the tyrannical Lord Regent, Corvo struck back at the people who killed the Empress and who wronged them. As the Lord Regent fell, the Lost conspiracy turned on Corvo, poisoning him. Surviving through some inner resilience, and the fact that Sam, lowered the dosage, he located the true assassin of the Empress and fought his way out of the flooded district. Corvo eventually cornered the last of the loyalists on King Sparrow Island at the Burrows Lighthouse and rescued Emily, heir to the throne. Emily Caldwin, heir to the throne. The romantic involvement between Corvo and Atano and Empress Jasmine Caldwin was a terrible kept court secret, and thus it is widely held that Emily Caldwin is their daughter. Was a terribly kept court secret. Okay. Following the interregnum, Corvo watched over Emily as she began the rule of the Empress of the Isle, began to rule the Empire of the Isles. Yes, English. But I'm still torn between playing as her and playing as Corvo. None against Emily. It's just a case of I was thinking all along, I should play as Corvo. Then we get to do tutorials Emily, and it's very centered on Emily, So I feel like I should do her, record her. But I want to record Corvo, and I'm just getting indecisive. I know I could record both, and I will at some stage, but it's just like I want to do both now. Excerpt from a book on sailing, it's on sailing traditions in Scrimshaw. Bone charms, a sailor's blessing, they say. The carving itself is a practice from long back, passed from salty dogs to young greenhorns, still finding their sea legs. In old times, sailors cut into the tusks of ice seals and into the arm-long fangs of bears that roam the islets north of Tivia. Once the whaling trade began, the practitioners began engraving the bones of those great beasts, rendering charms that sing in the night and grant some small boon, increasing a lover's vigor, or providing some defense against pregnancy. Or providing defense against pregnancy.
Take these.
S and J? Sokolov and Geppetto health elixirs. Okay. When we're told the dad is a some gun case. As a thing. Kind of had a looking of a grenade where I was standing. Take these, but I read that.
The Crown Killer must be connected to all this, with the Duke and Delilah.
She shouldn't exist. Whispers from the void. a treaty on the physical existence of that foreign realm. Excerpt. It is a common story. A person is stopped breathing, pinned under carriage wheels or some other tragic happenstance, and is thought to be dead, but when the weight is removed, they make a quick recovery. But nonetheless, for a moment or two, this person was lost to us, lost to the world itself. What did they experience while in this temporary death? Darkness? Nothingness? No, indeed not. They tell us, as so many have before, they're in a particular place and can describe it vividly. And who among us does not know this place? Know the place? Have we not all seen it in our dreams? This place we share, the first reaches of our minds, the realm where nothing makes sense, where one is at boat lost. One is where one is at once both lost and at home. The void. These little glimpses of the void in dreams or described by those awoken from comas are not limited to select few. My interviews have gleaned that there is not a single citizen without such visions at one time or another. This then must be a real place, not folklore or mass illusion. Perhaps it exists deep below the earth or far above it. Perhaps it is right next to us, but hidden. Some trick of the light or wondrous curtain that bars us from fully knowing it. And we all but wait for natural philosophers to unlock the phenomenon to show us how to see it at will. But when so revealed, it will not be a fearsome place any longer, not the distant and special realm described in the myth of the outsider. It will be strange, yes, even unsettling, but nonetheless, it will be a new realm for us to explore and eventually conquer. What treasures await us there? And are lakes made of liquid diamond, the clouds of weightless silver gas? And what things will we learn? Weightless silver gas. That's an interesting idea. Let us continue. So, electrical cabinet. Perfect place to store pistol bullets. I'm not going yet. Calm down. I'm not going to kill him. I'm going to leave him there. Oh, good. She's actually some ability to drop a distance. Just say hi to bye to Corvo before I pop out. Okay, I can't choke him out.
Something stinks around here. Not my job to clean it up.
There we go. I've somehow managed to pull him through the scenery. I don't know how that works, but there we go.
I thought that... Thought I saw someone right here. Let's check the place, just in case.
Wait, did he even see me? I thought he was being startled by the fact that his comrade was no longer there. Okay, I'll just hide the body here. Peeks out a bit much for my liking. Regardless. I'm kind of tempted in the whole just approach him and parry shite. I want to say hi to Corvo there. Also, if you notice, Delilah managed to steal his mark of the outsider. It was kind of obvious what was happening.
Look at this place.
Yeah. There we go. We'll just drop him here. I don't want to have to go up against those other guys.
But I need to get away from here.
I swear these blue flowers are associated with her. They're moving weirdly. I think that's just meant to be the breeze blowing through them.
Father, I don't know how, but I'll make this right. I promise.
Corvo really did number in those guys.
Animals. No respect.
It's an interesting throne. I don't know why this ended up getting moved back. Actually, was it always there?
Ramsey's men barred it so he'd have time to loot my safe room.
They also trashed this. Unsurprising, really. Also, I suppose it has been 15 years. Wonder why she didn't just try and finish her plan from before. You know, just possess Emily. Then again, someone would have noticed something was off. Do it as when she's a child.
You wanted, Ramsey. The Imperial Suite atop Dunwall Tower. Stay put until this is all set straight, Ramsey. Enjoy the rations and well water, sleeping next to a fortune.
But you do it as a child, and you know, any peculiarities can be dismissed, considering all she's gone through and whatnot. While do it as she's an adult, and it just seems more out of place. It would attract a lot more attention. So yeah, it makes sense, but there's definitely more to this. Also, I don't remember. I think they may have different set of powers, the two of them. Though Lila and Duke Luca have taken the tower, Dunwall is no longer a safe place for you. Escape the city by meeting with a boat captain down at the docks.
Until I understand this, I have to go into hiding. I should make my way to the docks.
Okay, I just need to make sure I remember the controls. Not sure how much longer I'll be playing for. Why it's stuttering. I am getting tired. Huh. Curtis Morgan and the postulate child. Trevor Pendleton. Isn't it Trevor? The Pendleton that we worked with. These are worth less than they were last time. 200 instead of 3. Tower of Dunwall. For over a century, Dunwall Tower has been the capital of the Isle of Bristol, a seat of power all across all the isles of the Empire. Rulers have come and gone, each adding something to the structure: gardens, observatories, new walls, pools, and specialized interior chambers to suit their needs and whims. Dunwall Tower has withstood numerous wars, several large-scale fires, and the collapse and rebuilding of the Northern Wing. With Tivia and Serkanos joining the Empire first, it was Morley that resisted longest. Some of the conflicts that arise also necessitate further fortification of the tower. Repeated assassination attempts near the end of the conflict with Morley resulted in the creation of the Royal Protector position, with each ruler choosing his or her own Royal Protector after careful consideration. Empress Jessamine Colwyn. Perhaps in retrospect other historians will see how easy it was for fall into the trap set by the schemers who managed the assassination of Empress Jessamine Colwyn. By allowing them to write history, it was for years taught that her trusted protector, Corvo Tano, was also a murderer. A concept we now know to be utterly false. Yet even after tricksters themselves were put down, banished, or imprisoned, it remained common knowledge that the Royal Protector was also Jessamines' murderer. How nicely they arranged history for us, and how readily we devoured their stories, hungry for each perfectly cooked morsel. But it is well past time for us to set aside this bite of lies. The schemers were not destined to be were not to be trusted with the Empire or with Jessamine's life, and they're certainly not to be trusted with the writing down of accurate histories. Indeed they weren't. Apparently she stores coins on her head. Just judging where those coins were going.
Gotta get out of Dunwall.
I like the design on the chimneys. No way I could reach over there, and that is sealed. Just seeing if there's loot.
I've gotta get away. I should talk to the captain of that ship.
Yeah, Sokolov could help, I'm sure. Could at least have some gubbins for us. Maybe some shock mines. That'll be nice.
What do I have to do to help?